Hi everyone. I just want to begin by saying hello and welcome. I am on a spiritual fast. This is a 2-week spiritual fast. First week juice, second week water. So today is October 23rd, and I want to begin by telling you about the weekend. But today is actually the start of my second day. So yesterday was October 22nd, 2018. And over the weekend, my honey and his mother decided to go to the cemetery so we could see everyone's graves and see how they were. And going to the grave, I did a little video, and maybe another time I'll show you the video. But we were walking towards the grandfather's grave, and strangely enough, he showed himself in an energy orb, a green orb. I'll show you that video another day. But why I'm telling you about this is because they decided to go see all the family members' graves. And we were at Queen of Heaven in Illinois, and when they decided to go see everyone's grave, they decided not to go see one of the aunt's graves. And I said, no, we need to go see her. You know, we need to go by her grave, even though I know she's not there. I know where she is. But so we proceeded, and I was the driver and his mother was the passenger. So we proceeded to go to her grave, which is section 22 at Queen of Heaven. I drove over there, and they says, well, we're never going to find her because, you know, it's always hard to find. And I said, no. Every time I go there, I know exactly where it is, even though I really don't know. But she guides me there. So we went there, and it was section 22. I took some pictures, and then we went home. But before we went home, actually, when we were at the grandfather's grave, I collected some pine nuts because I've been harvesting pine nuts. So I brought them home. And when we were at the aunt's grave, my honey said, don't bring them in the house because you know what happens when you bring things in the house. And I said, okay, I'm not going to bring them in the house. We'll leave them in the truck or whatever. He goes, no. We're going to leave them outside. And I was like, okay. So that night, I proceeded to, this was Sunday, so I proceeded October 21st, right? Yeah, October 21st, 2018. So I proceeded to take them apart to find my pine nuts inside the pine cones, but there wasn't much in there. There was just a few little ones, and I tried to eat them. They were pretty good, and so then I left them there. The next day was my first day of my water fast, and my honey started hearing things around the house. And I said, well, you know, I didn't bring them in the house. I swear I didn't bring them in the house. But he believed I did. I said, no. They're outside. You can check for yourself. I wrapped them up in a napkin. And so I left them out there. And then after I took them apart, I put them in the garden. But yeah, we were hearing some noises. So like I said, I figured maybe tomorrow, the 23rd, on my second day of my juice fast, I'll do a house cleanse as well. So I proceeded on, I hear the birds, to do a house cleansing with bay leaves, and I burnt those all around the house because, as you know, you need to burn some bay leaves or sage leaves, either one, around your house when you're doing a cleansing. So let's begin about my first day. My first day of my juice fast went pretty good. I did a juice with grapefruit, lemons, oranges, apples, carrots, watermelon rind, ginger, and strawberries. So that was my first day of my juice. I did one in the morning, about 8 o'clock, and then about 10 o'clock, I ended up doing about 12 ounces of water. Then by noon, almost noon, I did another juice. About another hour or two later, I did another water, 12 ounces. By afternoon, my honey was home and he was hungry and I was a little worn out. So he said, why don't you go take a nap? So I tried to take a nap. I couldn't take a nap. I was too hyper. There was ginger in my drink, watermelon rind that gives you so much energy. So he said, let's go out for dinner. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I said, do you remember I'm on my juice fast? And he said, yeah, but I'm going to go to the store too. I said, oh, okay, I want to go to the store too. So he said, well, let's go. So he went to the store. Well, we went to the restaurant first. I had water, another 12 ounces of water. And before we left, it was a Greek restaurant, so I knew they had lemons, yellow lemons, delicious Meyer lemons. So I grabbed me a whole bunch of them. And when we got to the store, I just sucked on them and then threw them in my garden later on. Then when I got home that night, I ended up drinking another 12 ounces. I went to the washroom a couple times, not much, because when you're juicing, sometimes you don't urinate that much, and that's okay because your body doesn't need a lot of water when you're juicing. So that was okay. By the evening, I felt fine, so I tried to go to sleep. It was 9 o'clock. I couldn't. I was just tossing and turning, thinking, well, if there's still noises in the house, this was my first day of my juice fast, I'm definitely gonna have to do the house cleansing tomorrow. So I went to sleep. I think it was like 11, a little after 11 when I finally fell asleep. And normally the angels wake me up between 3 and 5, but because I'm on a juice fast, I think, and they know that I'm on vacation, they let me sleep. So I slept till about 8 o'clock. That was my first day. So my second day, I started with my juice again, and this time I did carrots. Excuse me, I just burped. I did watermelon rind. I ran out of celery, so I did ginger, a nectarine, oranges, apples, ginger, strawberries, and I think that's it. Yeah, so I'll talk more about my second day because I just started and it is noon right now, and I've already had 1 glass of water. So I will make another video tomorrow morning about today, October 23rd, my second day of my juice fast. So I hope you're following me because there's a lot of important tips that I want to get to, and I don't want to make these videos too long because I want you to be able to enjoy them and learn from them. When you're juicing, you will feel some detox symptoms, and when your body tells you you need to rest, and I mean rest. Sometimes 1 hour nap, sometimes 2 to 3 hours. It just all depends on when your angels wake you up, because sometimes my angels wake me up in an hour and sometimes they don't wake me up for 3 hours. So just learn to listen to God and learn to listen to those messages that he gives you, because today when I woke up in the morning, I forgot to tell you, my kidneys hurt. And that's probably because the juice pulled a lot of toxins out of me from the weekend. Over the weekend, I did some things that I shouldn't be doing, and that's the whole reason why I'm doing this juice fast. And if you've got some addictions, definitely a detox is going to help you get rid of those toxins, and you know what I mean. But yeah, so my dog is in the backyard barking. I'm sorry if you hear her. But oh, this morning, talking about my aunt that we saw at the cemetery, her grave. Well, she was at section 22, and my fast began October 22nd. So there's no coincidences in life. And what happened to me this morning, first thing in the morning, I want to pray to God and meditate on the beginnings of my spiritual fast. So I came out to the garden, and I don't know if you can see, but my garden is gone. You know, it's already October. I collected as many vegetables as I could, and when I came out to the garden to see how it was doing, because I definitely have to clean it up a little bit more, I saw a red cardinal. Yes, a red cardinal. I was so excited because I knew after the cleanse that I knew exactly who that is. And once again, this is my fast, and already I'm receiving my messages from above. And I know my aunt, which is actually my honey's aunt, is with me through this fast, because just like my honey thought that something attached itself to those pine cones, maybe it did, but not a bad one. And the bad one was out here in my garden. So I am so excited to tell you all about the rest of my juice fast. And I hope that you all, if you haven't started reading the Bible, listen to God and let him guide you, because he'll give you a lot of messages through birds, through butterflies, through dragonflies, through the wind, through things that you never even imagined. Okay, so I'm hoping that you learn from these tips, that when you juice fast, those are things from God. So nothing's gonna happen to you. And like I was telling you, that my urine was really kind of dark this morning, after my first day of juice fast, after a long weekend of partying. I know for a fact that it's cleansing me, and it will give you a new perception about what is real and what is not real. Because in this world, we have a lot of things going on in this world, and as you can see, there's been a lot of hurricanes, earthquakes, tsunamis all around the world. So you need to understand and get prepared by juicing, because it really does open your eyes to a lot of the evil out there in this world. And as you can see, what kind of president we have. But I don't want to talk too much about that, but you really need to understand that God gives us the power with all the things that he gives us, and he gives us a lot of wonderful people, and things are not coincidences in life. So if you happen to come across my video, please enjoy listening to the secrets, because just as I did a juice cleanse and a house cleanse, I also am doing a body cleanse. So today I took a bath in baking soda with hydrogen peroxide, but there'll be different cleanses for my body that I'll be doing throughout, with Epsom salt and apple cider vinegar, and you can listen to some of those in my future videos. But I do want to tell you that it all comes together, and if you feel any of those detox symptoms, like a slight headache, little things like squeezing of your organs, don't be scared, because those things are just God's way of showing you that he loves us. So please stay tuned, and if you have any comments, please leave them so I can answer those questions, things that I might not have covered in this video. And I don't want to make a video so long. I'd like to make them 5 minutes. So if you want to follow along on my journey, my 2-week spiritual fast, I'd like to hear from you. Thank you so much for watching.